When it comes to pricing and promoting your services, do you think you should always be looking to price your services as high as you can and to promote the services that are the highest price in your range? Or do you think there's ever a merit to keeping your prices a little lower, or maybe focusing on your mid-range packages and not always on your most expensive ones? I don't think this answer is absolutely black and white. Now, I know that the guidance, of course, is always put your prices up. And more often than not, that's my advice to clients. I do tend to find that when people come to work with me, very often they're undercharging. Quite often they've been undercharging for a long time. And a lot of the time they know they've been undercharging, but they just haven't quite developed the courage to increase their prices or taken, bitten the bullet and actually got on with it. But what I also see a lot of is people who are really focused on the highest price product or service that they've got, but actually it's the one that gives them the biggest headache. That their highest price service actually is something where it tends to attract much more demanding customers, or it simply means that the customers expect a lot more, or just the fact that the package in itself requires a lot more time or a lot more input. And I see some people that end up tying themselves in a little bit of a knot because they know they're underpriced, so they put their prices up and then they really focus on their highest price offerings. But then they get to a point where they feel they're absolutely run ragged and they're not really making much more money because they're giving away so much more time than they were in the first place, that now they feel they're working as hard, they've got less customers, but actually they're worse customers. And they feel like they've gone through all this stuff about, I've put all my prices up, and yet I've not really got anything to show for it except more demanding customers. So the question isn't always purely about price. The question is also about who you want to work with, where you should position your price to attract exactly the right kind of clients for you, the ones that will appreciate you, will value you, the ones that also allow you to dig into the sweet spot about what you deliver and how you create the maximum value for your clients. It's also worth thinking about when you go higher price, does that mean you end up dealing with a different client, somebody different within the business or the organisation? Is it somebody who actually historically, you found them, the person in that position, as it were, quite hard to deal with, versus your mid-range packages, for instance, you might be talking directly to the decision maker and life is so much easier. So if you're challenged about which of my products and which of my services and where should my price be, sometimes the answer is actually to take a little bit of a step back and think more about exactly what do I want to deliver, which kind of customers do I want to work with, where is therefore the right price point, and how do I then promote that in such a way that I'm delivering a product or a service that I really love to deliver, that is good value for me and my time, whilst also delivering good value to my customers. I'm making a profit, they're getting great value, I'm not running around like a blue-arsed fly, and everybody actually ends up happy. So as I say, it's not always black and white question about price, and it's definitely not always about charging as much as you can and always promoting your most expensive service. So just bring it back and make sure you're focusing on the right customers, the right products and services, the right level of profit for you, but also doing things that you absolutely love to do that are very rewarding for you, very rewarding for the client, and we can all live happily ever after. Boom. Hopefully that's been useful for you. If pricing is a bit of a challenge for you and you would like a bit of my time to do some brainstorming, if you need a bit of an outside voice and an outside influence to work through that with you, then just drop me a message and let's fix up time to have a good old chinwag about your pricing. And as always, please feel free to share this video with anybody else you think could benefit.